What's up guys, Everything Apple Pro here, and Samsung just announced the new Galaxy Note 7, skipping the 6 altogether just because they didn't want to tie it in with being an older, inferior product. They wanted it on par with Apple's iPhone 7 releasing in just a month here. So in this video, I wanted to show you what's new about the phone, whether or not you should get it compared to the iPhone 6s Plus, and just pretty much everything you need to know about this phone. I think it's an awesome release. Samsung did some really good things with it, so let's jump right in. So first off is design. This thing is the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge with a stylus, basically. I mean, it's completely inspired by this phone. The rear and front are both curved now. The rear was curved on the Note 5, but the front wasn't, so now you have a curve on both sides of the display. While it does make for a very flush design, whether or not that's something you want, it doesn't matter. Samsung's adding it anyways. Now, the curve isn't as severe as the Galaxy S7 Edge, but it certainly is there. And of course, it comes with all of the curve features that come on the S7 Edge. And if you guys thought the Galaxy Note 5 was a chunky little monkey, the Galaxy Note 7 is even thicker. So compared to 7.6 millimeters of the Note 5, it comes in at 7.9 now. And that's thanks to a bigger battery and all this new tech, of course, but it is a bigger phone. And the Galaxy Note 7 is now water resistant. So the same resistance as the IP68 on the Galaxy S7 Edge is now on the Galaxy Note 7. You never know when you're on a business trip, you just want to go take a swim, you don't want to take your phone out of your pocket. It's going to be a good thing to have. Also, the S Pen has been upgraded. So now the very tip is, instead of being 1.6 millimeters, just 0.7, I guess to match to the name, allowing for more precise input on the display. It comes with a ton of new software, tweaking, features, all that good stuff, and you can no longer put it in backwards. So a lot of people would get their styluses stuck in backwards. Now you can no longer do that. It was actually kind of funny at the event, they made a jab at Apple saying you don't need to purchase it separately and you don't need to charge it. So it's pretty much the ultimate stylus without a battery built in. Of course, it's not as advanced as Apple's. So that one has a whole bunch of tilt detection, a lot of cool goodies that this one doesn't, but still, for a stylus that doesn't have a battery, it is quite impressive the things that it can do. Now, this coupled with the always on display allows you to go ahead and scribble on the display when the display is off. Neat little feature. So while the display remains at the very same resolution, there is a new processing chip, the MDNI E chip, which is responsible for the colors on the display. Samsung says it is better and it actually can reduce the battery drainage when watching HDR video. The other important thing to note when it comes to display is the fact that it actually has Corning Gorilla Glass 5, the very first phone in the market to incorporate this new technology. It's supposed to survive falls at 5.2 feet 80% of the time, so I cannot wait to put that to the test. Now, as for specs, pretty much the same thing as the Galaxy S7 Edge. It uses the Snapdragon 820 or the Exynos processor, depending on where you're buying it. In every way, the Exynos processor is the superior one. So if you're in a different country besides the USA, you will be getting that one. A lot of people are even saying it's better to buy one from Canada and import it. However, take note, unless you reflash the firmware, you will not be able to use Samsung Pay if you're using an Exynos processor in the USA. A lot of people thought the RAM would be upgraded to 6 gigabytes. However, it wasn't. It is remaining at 4 for this year's Galaxy Note 7. So the battery has gotten bigger. That's why the phone is now several millimeters thicker. It's at 3,500 milliamps right now versus 3,020 of the Galaxy Note 5. Certainly an improvement, but not as big as the S7 Edge, which is the thinner phone. Surprisingly, that one has a 3,600 milliamp battery. It now comes with wireless charging thanks to the all glass back design. However, it is not Quick Charge 3.0. Officially, it can support it, but it doesn't. It has Samsung Adaptive Charging, which is about the speed of Quick Charge 2.0. It also does have removable storage, so now you can support up to 256 gigabytes on the micro SD slot, and officially the base storage is 64 gigabytes. So for $850, this competes directly with the 64 gigabyte iPhone 6s Plus. As for the cameras, this is using pretty much the very same sensor as the Samsung Galaxy S7, meaning it won't protrude as much. It now has better low light capability thanks to larger individual pixel sizes on the camera sensor. And as for the actual megapixel count, it went down from 16 to 12 because Samsung is starting to realize that numbers aren't everything. It's actually quality. And man, does this camera look good when I tested it on the Galaxy S7 Edge. Of course, I'll do a full review with the iPhone 6s Plus, but I'm thinking it's going to be just as good. So what else? Well, goodbye fingerprint sensors. Iris scanners are the new rage. So the new Galaxy Note 7 has an iris scanner that'll scan your eyes, and officially it's supposed to be a more secure way to unlock your phone, although it will take more time than just fingerprint unlocking it using the sensor. It was a feature that that was a long rumor to happen, and I'm glad to see it finally here. It's the future on our phones. And it does have the new USB 3.1C standard. So instead of micro USB, you now have that fully reversible cable, and it's actually much faster. It will allow for faster charge rates and data transfers. Every phone is going there. Samsung just adopted it for the first time with their Galaxy Note 7. And the 4 new colors are actually pretty cool. Black Onyx, Blue Coral, Gold Platinum, and Silver Titanium, the new color that was introduced with the Galaxy S7 Edge. So yeah, there it is, guys. That is the new Galaxy Note 7. Pre-orders start tonight on August 2nd, and the phone will actually be out on August 19th. And yeah, guys, that is the Galaxy Note 7. Not a very exciting update. I think it's what the Note 5 should have been to begin with, but hey, at least it has been updated. It's got a lot of good stuff going for it. Wireless charging, waterproofing, bigger battery, micro SD, like all this good stuff that the S7 Edge first introduced and what made it a hit. So I see this thing being a really popular phone. Now, whether or not you should go for it over the iPhone 6s Plus, personally, I think you guys should wait about a month, just 1 month. The iPhone 7 Plus will be announced, and that will be the fair fight. Right now, the 6s Plus isn't evenly matched. It's using slightly older technology, not on the same release schedule, so really my advice is just to wait and see what the iPhone 7 has to offer before choosing whether or not you want to buy this or that. But if it comes to this or the iPhone 6s Plus, certainly the Note 7 is the superior phone. Faster, all this new tech that the iPhone doesn't have, so really not really that fair of a fight. But thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this little overview. Stay tuned for the actual review, drop test, water test, all that good stuff. Peace.